Hey guys, second part of the video. My phone said that the SIM card wasn't in and it stopped the video, but it was in, so I don't know what's going on. But I was saying how overpopulation is an illusion to make people that live in towns, in cities, in large cities, they make them believe that the earth is being used and abused, almost like raped. But that's not true. Once I took a trip to Spain, bro, and when you go on the highway, there you can go from miles and miles, you don't see one house. How is the world overpopulated? Right? If you have these huge amounts of land, empty land, not even used by agriculture, not even used by solar plants, nothing. Here in Portugal, just hills and hills of green, beautiful green. Nothing as in population and civilization. So you explain me how overpopulation is real, because it's not. It's real in New York, in those cities where everybody is concentrated, because the same happens here in Portugal. People leave some areas and they concentrate in Lisbon, no Porto. They concentrate in those towns, in those cities. But the rest, it's empty. Most towns in Portugal, at night time, they ghost towns. You don't see a person, okay, in that town. So how do we, it it's impossible. You cannot explain to me overpopulation when I go and take a trip and I see huge portions of land that have no inhabitants, okay? So overpopulation is a part of this psyop of the global warming, okay? Which is not true as well. So we have Earth, it's a being on its own and can heal herself. Then the global warming, it's regular, okay? It's normal for the temperature to rise. Your temperature rise when you get aroused, when you get some fever, when you don't take care of yourself, or just naturally sometimes your body temperature just rise, okay? That's natural, all right? And what they don't tell you, and it's that it was also an age of global colding, not global warming, but global colding. It's rhythmic, okay? It's cyclical. It's not because of people. It's not because of cars. Keep that in mind, okay? And Earth can reset herself. Go search the flood, mud floods, go search solar flares, grand solar minimums, okay? And then we have CO2. CO2 actually brings cold, and CO2 actually helps things grow. So they can't choose anymore that CO2 brings heat and kill things. It's the other way around, okay? And now the thing is, why, okay, do the shadow government, why do the shadows, the powers that be, the controllers, they, who are they? I have a video on my Patreon channel talking about who are they. It's a very simple way to know who are they, okay? They use the global warming to reach a specific goal, right? And why? Okay? So the shadow government created this illusion to make people fear and feel guilty by something that it's not that is natural. Okay, do you see? They make people fear and guilty by something that they cannot control and by something that is completely natural. Okay? And the same happened with all that happened since last year, okay? With the CV world, all of these things, all of the lockdowns, all of the restrictions. It was a cycle, a new cycle of the earth beginning, and the people who are still attached to the old cycle cannot live in the new cycle. And then they go and say it's because of this. People are dying because of this. So you should change your life, you should fear this. Okay? That's the same thing. No, it's natural. And with global warming is they do the same thing. Oh, the temperature is rising because of this. So you should fear this and you should change your life because of this. No, that's not true. It's also natural. Okay? So they make people fear and feel guilty. Okay? Because that's the goal of the matrix. That's the goal of their program. It's to limit the belief of people. It's to make people focus in fear. Because if people are focused in fear, they can focus on their manifestation. If people fear something, they will not be happy about something. If people change their way of living because of fear, they will not change their way of living because of prosperity. Okay? So, and even if the global warming, this is a global warning, even if this was real, the people who makes you or the people feel guilty are the ones who will do the most. Look at the factories, okay? Because people, the everyday Joe, they don't pollute, they don't put toxic waste into the rivers, okay? The people who say you are to blame, they do that, okay? Because that's how they work, okay? They do the shit and then they blame it on y'all. They blame it on the people. They blame it on the economy. They blame it on the weather. No, they try to do some shit. But Earth is way bigger and way more powerful than what they are trying to do. That they try to change the weather. They can create some hurricanes, that's true. They can create some thunderstorms. But that doesn't change the overall state of being of the being that we live in right now. But they want you to believe that. They want you to perfect example. When I was growing up, there were a lot of incentives for people to buy diesel cars, not gasoline, but the other thing. I don't know how you call it in English. If you Portuguese, you know, it's not gasolina, it's gasóleo. Okay? It's not gasoline, it's diesel. I guess. Okay? There are a lot of incentives, discounts, tax exemptions, or you don't need to pay taxes. I don't know if those words are right. What I just said. Receiving prizes, paying less for the fuel. There were all types of things to make people buy those type of cars. Okay, only to some years later, like 2 years ago, now people need to pay more to have those cars. Now people need to pay more to get the fuel because it's bad for the environment. Okay, that's a perfect example because that's the secondary goal after the fear, after people feel guilty. The secondary goal is to restrict and control the people because now you have to do this because it's bad for the environment. In Lisbon, certain cars cannot enter certain parts of Lisbon because they're bad for the environment. Okay? This is, wherever the shadow government do, it's not ever about safety. It's not ever about you. It's not ever because they care about you. No. They care about controlling you. They care about keeping things in their order, not in fluidly universal order. No, their order, how they seem fit, okay? And the easiest way out is stop paying attention to them. In general, to every propaganda, to every illusion, to every magic square they create, the answer is don't pay attention to them, pay attention to you. And specifically, in the global warming magic square, the key point of this video, okay, is know how to see and know how to accept change, okay? Because the world is changing because Earth, the being we live in right now, is changing, and we are changing with the Earth. Okay? So, what the shadow government is, they create things to blame. And they say, oh, this change is bad, the change is bad, and the bad doer, the evil villain is this. And people need to react to this, people need to protect themselves from this, people need to change their lives because of this, while it's a natural change, a natural thing. And that change is for the best. Okay? But they don't want to accept that change. And they don't want you to accept that change, because if you accept that change, you will not pay attention to them and you will not feed their system, because they don't work for their system, you work for their system. If you don't work for their system, they have no system. Easy, okay? So this is global warming. Global warming is fake, and its goal is to make people feel guilty, to make people feel fear, and to make people control and restricted to save the world. You don't need to save the world. You save yourself. You care about yourself. Okay? You don't need to make others aware of how the bad world is, because it is not. And if it is, it will reset, it will clean. Okay? Because saying that humans are destroying the planet is saying like you take a colony of ants and you put that on a huge ranch, on a huge farm, and you say those ants will destroy the farm. That does not fit in my mind. That is a lie and it is impossible. Okay? Now, another important thing to keep in mind is that scientists, okay, say many things. Okay, it's normal. Everybody has a perspective. But the thing is, the ones that are pushed into your face are not true. Okay? They are biased. You know how scientists do research. They need funding. Okay? They need money. They need support. And they only get that support if they present certain results. Okay? That's a fact. Even scientists know that. No, not even, they know it the most. That if you want some support, you need to follow some guidelines, okay? And then you have more independent studies that show completely different things, okay? So don't be biased by the information that is already biased, okay? Don't be controlled by the information. Open your eyes and think for yourself, okay? Because science will tell you many things. But remember, as the Peace Dealer says, shout out to Peace Dealer, peer-reviewed science and the truth are two completely different things. Okay? Because I can make an elaborate PowerPoint. In this video I can show you. I could have done this video very differently and showed you a lot of information, right? Because everybody can do that. But the thing is, can I make you believe my information? Because that's what science does. Science is the new religion. Because who cares about something in a paper? Who cares about a study? The people who believe in that. Because science is not about the numbers. Science is not about the studies. Science is about believing that. And if science doesn't say something is real, people don't believe it. There was a friend of mine, he says that we don't know who dreams is. First of all, who are we? Because I know what dreams are. I know what my dreams mean. But in his perspective, we don't know what dreams are because science don't know what dreams is. Okay, so you see, we don't know. We? Who are we? I know, bitch. I know what dreams is. Okay? So, quick resume. Global warming, it's fake because Earth is a being in itself and she can heal herself. It's natural. Global warming is natural. It's cyclical. Okay? CO2 actually brings cold and it helps plants grow. And Earth can reset herself. Okay? And this overpopulation is fake. And this is all an illusion to make you feel guilty and to make you feel fear and to make you react and respond in certain terms. Okay? Make you feel limited, make you feel the world is ending, and it's because of you, it's because of the society, it's because of the people, it's because people use too much plastic, people eat too much fast food, people use too much cars. No! Earth can withstand that. Earth is powerful. You have to believe that. Okay? So, I hope I kept myself on point. Go check the first part if you didn't, because I express better certain topics. This is the second part. I was just thinking, oh, I didn't cover everything, but I did in the first part. Okay? If you want to discuss something, comment down below. Check my link tree down below. Check my email for readings and business down below as well. And shout out to Dodo the Pilotman. Shout out to Daria. Shout out to every real Soul Group member who is trying to change the world into a world where everybody can be their own individual self. And remember, Earth is not dying. Okay? Earth is changing. And if you're spiritual, you know that death is change. You know that death is transformation. So Earth is dying because Earth is changing, because Earth is transforming. And they want to say that that change is bad and that change is because of something else. Because that's a way for the shadow government to channel attention to their own programs. The same happened with the lockdowns, with the pandemic. It was the same thing. They created something to channel attention to their own program. And everybody reacted to their own program, okay? So, but Earth is changing. Global warming is fake, okay? Don't let yourself be fooled and change your life and spend your day sharing things on social media about how Earth is dying, how humans are dumb, how humans are selfish. Because you are just spreading fear. You are fear mongering, okay? And if you're spiritual, you know how fear is limiting. You know how fear is demonic and people's minds in the same place. And if you're spiritual, you know that spirituality is about individuality, change, and expansion. And fear is not about that, okay? So if you do that, if you are that type of person who shares that Earth is dying, people are dumb, we need to stop that, no, you need to stop, because Earth can take care of herself, Earth can take care of you, Earth can heal, Earth can transform, Earth can expel bad things, Earth can reset, and Earth can heal itself, okay? So, global warming is fake. It's just an illusion to keep people in fear, to make people feel guilty, and to make people controlled in a magic square. Until next time, Esoteric Cloud Surfer, surfing out, follow individuality, maintain your sanity. Until the next time.